Gun ahead. Rogue agents just grabbed the lead.
Perfect.
Okay, we've moved into the lead.
You got 5 kills left.
Perfect.
Incoming supply drops detected. Calibrating landing zones.
Perfect. Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my Predmark build for 1.8.3. Now, I've had this build maxed out for quite some time now. I just wanted to simply wait for the global event that was re-releasing the set to go ahead and do this video and upload it for those of you who may just be returning to the game, also for people just completing the set. Now, this is a very strong build, super strong build, and a lot of people will call it OP. And with that being said, for those of you who would like to criticize Pred, just remember, all you have to do is set down an immunizer. It's that simple. And I basically turn into a regular tank build. So just go ahead and take it easy with that in the comments. Now, for those of you who enjoy this video or find it helpful, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe for future content, especially if you are new to the channel. Make sure you have that notification bell on, as well as go ahead and drop a comment down there letting me know how you're running Pred in 1.8.3. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's go over these skills and talents really quick. Nothing too crazy going on here. I'm going to be going with a booster shot because it temporarily increases damage. That's a big part of it. The damage resistance, that's a good thing, but I'm focusing on the increase of damage, and for good reason. If we take a look at when the card counter flops up and then we pop this on top of it, oh boy, it's just nasty. Alright, so with that card counter flopped up now to 501,000 firepower, let's pop that booster shot and see what that does for us. Let's take a look, see, 551,000 firepower, and on the character sheet, let's see what that breaks down to, 25,001 per bullet, the crit chance 60%, and the crit damage 132. I'd say we're doing alright right here with these three numbers. So, back to the skills. And my secondary skill that I'm going to be using is a immunizer because of, well, other Preds. Pred vs. Pred battles are awesome. They're super fun. Who can bleed who first? And this will definitely put you ahead of the game as well with any other build. Remember, this is the counter for Pred. If you have your immunizer down and you are inside the radius of it, you will not be able to get the Pred status effect. So, again, just take it easy on Pred. All you got to do is have one of these on your team even. If there's 4 people on your team, 1 person has an immunizer, you're all good. So either way, moving on, you can always go with a flame turret. I recommend this because it hits them with 2 status effects. If you make them burn, they typically will hit a med kit out of reaction, and then at the same time you're going to put the bleed on them. After they, hopefully after they pop their med kit, and then it's game over for them. Sorry. Now you could go with a shock turret. It does work well, but just be prepared. If you go with a shock turret and Pred, they are going to come back out and they're going to be yelling at you and not be too friendly. So just keep that in the back of your head as well. Now, you could go with a pulse to get your crit chance and damage up a little bit higher, but my primary weapon, I'm already at max crit chance, so I'm not going to be going with that. As well as I've even seen people use flash stickies. If you flashbang them, they can't see for a little bit, and you put those 10 shots on them and bleed them at the same time, they can't see, it's disorienting. It's not a good day for them. So just keep those in mind. I've even seen people using the cluster mines as well as the airburst mines. Again, just to put that status effect on you to make you pop that heal and then put the bleed on you afterwards. And if you're not standing inside of a immunizer, well, then you're going to be in trouble. Now, as far as signatures go, I'm going with a recovery link simply because I'm always going solo. I'm 90% of the time running solo, and a second life is definitely a good thing. Now, if you're running with a group, you could always go with attack link, because if you put a bleed on someone with attack link, that's disgusting. That's just nasty. As well as if you have a survivor link. If you're getting lit up, again, this build has no self-heal or anything, so if you're really getting lit up, you could always pop a med kit, hit your survivor link, and now you're doing a lot better, and you can take your time, put your bleed on them, pick your shots, and that works out really nice. So let's go on to the talents now. Okay, so the talents, again, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy here. We got critical save going, using a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Now that's a great one for this build because, again, we have no kind of resistance, we have no kind of self-heal going on, and this will definitely help you out if you're getting lit up and you pop that medkit. You get the damage resistance up 20%, and on a 9K build, that will really help you out. So moving on to Shrapnel. Apply bleed to any target, triggers a 30% chance per each target in a 10-meter radius. This is a absolute must. If you don't have this on, you're doing it wrong, and I'll show you why.
Reach the indicated location and your manhunt will be cleared.
Reach the indicated location and your manhunt will be cleared.
So I think it's pretty straightforward on why you should have this. If there's a whole team running at you and you put a bleed on one of them, there's a 30% chance that it's going to spread to all of them, and it honestly confuses them a lot because they don't even know where the status effect came from. They didn't take any bullets, and it is what it is. It's a great thing to ruin someone's day. Just going to put it out there like that. Now, Strike Back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%. I went with this over Adrenaline, which I would highly recommend. It's just up to you which you want to go with, because this goes into effect with the Immunizer. Medkit gives you 7 seconds of immunity from status effects, so if you get a bleed, you pop your Medkit, they won't be able to bleed you for another 7 seconds. It's only 7 seconds, but you can do a lot in that amount of time. I've just found that Strike Back, getting your skills back when you are at low health is a little bit better. If you can pop that heal or drop your Immunizer, if you're getting bled yourself, things like that, this will definitely help you out a lot. So again, to each their own, Adrenaline or Strike Back. Let me know what you think about that down there in the comments. Now, moving on to Precision. Now, my primary weapon is at max crit chance, but that is only because it has Vicious on it. So as soon as I lose my first segment of life, I do not have that extra crit hit chance, and this will help you out with that, as well as on my secondary weapon, I do not have Vicious on it, and again, it's just going to push that crit chance and damage as much as you can. So that's about that, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the build itself and get into all that good stuff. And here it is. So, as you can see, nothing crazy. 6-piece Predator. We got the stamina just over 9,000. The toughness just under 600,000. I was trying to break that 600,000 mark, but I guess I will have to settle for 599. Now, as far as the primary firepower goes, we are at 433,000 with a 9,000 stamina build. That's pretty good, I would say. And when the card counter flops up, it goes up to over 500,000. Yep, there it goes. 501,000 primary firepower on a 9,000 stamina build. This is pretty good, I'd say. Now, as far as weapons go, my primary is a house with Vicious, Deadly, and card counter. Now, I will have to say, Vicious definitely does inflate your primary firepower a lot, so don't pay too much attention to that. Pay more attention on the bleeds that you're getting. Test it out. See what works for you. Now, Vicious, crit hit chance is increased by 10% while having more than 2 segments of health. If you can get your first 10 shots off before you lose that first health segment, the bleed is going to be amazing. They're going to pop a med kit, and then, instead of reloading, go ahead and just swap to your secondary weapon. I have another house here with Unforgiving, Deadly, and card counter. So you let Unforgiving go to work after you dump the first mag on your primary. If you're missing a little bit of health there, it's going to help you out actually in the long run as far as that bleed goes. That's what I've been running with, and it's been working out awesome. You could always go with Deadly Responsive, Deadly Competent even, so when you pop your booster shot, you get that extra 10%. But for me, the burst damage with Deadly Vicious, that's where it's at for me. I enjoy this. It's been working out awesome. And then, again, Deadly Unforgiving for your secondary. Let me know what you're running as far as talents go in the comments below. And as far as mods go, I'm going to be going with the magazine with mag size, crit chance, and rate of fire. The optics are crit damage, accuracy, and crit chance. The muzzle has crit damage, crit chance, and accuracy. And the underbarrel is crit damage, optimal range, and stability. So basically, we're focusing on crit chance, crit damage, any way we can get it. And however you can stack that is a great thing for this build. So let's take a look at what we actually are going to be getting from the gear set itself. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of people already know what Pred does, but let's just go over it to make sure. We got the 2-piece that gives you 10% reload speed. The 3-piece gives you 8% assault rifle damage and 8% SMG damage, so we're doing good there. The 4-piece gives you the talent Predator's Mark. Hit 10 shots without switching target to make the target bleed 50% of the damage already done by those bullets. So pretty straightforward on there, and that's pretty powerful. The 5-piece gives you another 10% reload speed and another 8% assault rifle damage as well as SMG damage. And the 6-piece here, we get the talent Improved Predator's Mark. This is where it gets a little interesting. Hitting 10 shots without switching target now applies Predator's Mark, which makes the target bleed for 50% of the damage already done by those bullets. The damage over time to the target is increased 15% for every 3,000 stamina and can critically hit. When at 9,000 stamina, the damage over time bonus is increased by 120%. That's why we're at 9,000 stamina. You got to get that 120% bleed increase that over time. That is amazing, and nobody likes it. The Predator's Mark ignores the status effect immunity of NPCs. NPCs only. So if you are playing in PvP, don't worry. If you have immunity, you're going to be just fine. But I think it's kind of fun that it says NPCs here, because I was actually thinking about trying to build a Pred Mark PvE build. If you're interested in something like that, let me know down in the comments. So let's take a look at what we got going on the gear pieces themselves. My chest piece here is rolled for stamina. We have health, skill haste, and ammo capacity, and we have 2 stamina with crit chance mods on there. The mask is also rolled for stamina with crit chance, disorient resistance, and we have a stamina with crit chance mod on there as well. Now the knee pads, these are pretty good, I'd have to say. We have it rolled for stamina with crit damage, burn, disrupt, and shock resistance. So as far as resistance goes, we're doing pretty nice on this build. Moving on, we have a stamina with crit chance mod and a 6% first aid self-heal. I really recommend those first aid self-heal mods, even if they're 5 or 5.5%. Anything is better than nothing, because again, remember, with Pred you have no kind of self-heal. Only what you're bringing with you as far as medkits and skills. So it is what it is. Now moving on to the holster here, 1401s across the board. We have crit chance rolled on it, and we have a 6% first aid self-heal on that. The gloves I have rolled for firearms with SMG, crit chance, and crit damage. The only way you can really get to make one piece rolled for firearms is you have to optimize the pieces a little bit. So as long as you can get to that 9,000 stamina, just over it, that's all you're trying to do. And anything else, I would say dump back into firearms, but again, you have to optimize just a little bit there. Now moving on to the backpack, we have it rolled for stamina with crit damage and ammo capacity, and we have a stamina with crit chance mod on there with 2 more 6% first aid self-heals. So pretty straightforward on that. That is the build for the Dark Zone. Now really quick, let me just show you my Skirmish build. It's literally stamina on top of stamina on top of stamina. You must do this to be able to get your stamina to be at 9,000 after you get the nerf going into skirmish or last stand mode. It basically takes roughly 800 something off of your stamina, is from what I found. And so if you're at 9,900, you'll be at 91 stamina, and that is after you get in there. And the only downfall, you don't have any talents or anything. I would still say go with the house, because it has card counter, and that is probably the strongest talent of any weapon on the game overall, I would say, at least for SMGs. So again, that's what I've been running as far as skirmish and last stand goes. But in the Dark Zone, this is where it's at right here. So other than that, let's take a look at the character sheet. With the card counter flopped up, we are at 22.8 per bullet. The crit chance is at 60%, the cap. The crit damage 132%, so we're doing nice there. As well as we got some accuracy stability. We have the reload speed bonus of 20%. That is awesome. The all weapons damage bonus right there, 20%, is simply from card counter being flopped up. And we also get the 16% assault rifle damage, as well as the SMG damage bonus you get from the build on top of the SMG damage that we have on the gloves. We're at 28% there. Not too bad. Now, as far as skill power and all that goes, not too bad. I have a little bit of skill haste, again, just to try to get those heals back as fast as you can. The toughness, we are at 599 with the max health of 398. So, again, we're almost at 400,000. That's pretty strong, I'd say. The armor is maxed out there, 33.5. Health regen is, not too bad, so on and so forth. Let's take a look at the resistance here. We have burn, disorient, disrupt, and shock. I don't have any bleed on a pred build and it's bothering me, but I've been doing all right with my immunizer and you know, all that. It's been working out just fine. So that is pretty much it, guys. That is the build. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something away from it. If you did and you found this helpful, definitely smash that like button. Subscribe for future content, especially if you are new to the channel, as well as drop a comment down there letting everybody know how you're running pred for 1.8.3. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.